What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? We have another unboxing today. This is going to be going into the big 180 gallon behind me, and if you guys can see, it says 3 Astronautus ocellatus on the box, which is the Oscar cichlid. And you might be thinking I can get this at PetSmart or something, but really, not these. These are pretty cool. So without further ado, let me go ahead and open this up, show you guys what these are, and let's go ahead and put them in the quarantine tank. So these were ordered from exoticfishguide.com, and to be honest, they came in great. Alright guys, and before you guys get a really good look at the fish, let me just ask you, what are you guys' first initial reaction when you guys first see these? Because I remember opening these and just being like, wow, these guys are so colorful. And usually when you order fish online and they come in, they're all like faded and stuff just because of the stress. But just look at these, like it's crazy how colorful they were. And now I ordered 3 different Oscars. They're all albinos. I ordered a chili red with black fins, a chili red with white fins. That one to me looks more orange, so it may be a mix-up. And then finally a chili red crossed with the Nemo, which is kind of like a patterning. And I think that's what this one here is. But just wow, look at this guys. It's just like the color is so bright on these even after the shipping stress. Alright guys, so you might be thinking, why the Oscar cichlid? And my question to you is, why not, right? So you might have a big tank and you might want to put like another larger cichlid in there, maybe like a Jaguar or a Midas. And if I'll be honest, that crossed my mind a few times, but the reason I didn't go that route was just because of the personality. Now those fish, yeah, they'll meet you at the glass, but unlike the Oscar cichlid, those fish are out of aggression usually. The Oscar is usually maybe out of hunger. That might be it. But to me, it seems like a different interaction you have with them. And I'm so excited to see these guys grow up. I've never had more than one Oscar at a time. And a 180-ish gallon tank that I have isn't the largest tank for 3 Oscars. So in my mind, I may get a pair or I may not. But if I ever do need to separate them, I'll probably remove 1 or 2 and put them in a different tank. But 180 with 5 Geophagus, a blue Acara, maybe a Jack should be enough. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys were to do a different fish, what would you guys do? So I don't know if this is necessarily a disclaimer or what I would call this, but looking back at the video now, they look almost like they're glowing. Let me just say, in person, they don't look quite as amazing as that. They do look pretty good, if I'll be honest, but they aren't necessarily glowing how they look like in this video. So if there's any takeaway from this video that you guys actually take, just please quarantine your fish. I don't know how you guys quarantine your fish, but the way that I do it is on the first day that they arrive, I will turn off the aquarium lights for the first 4 to 5 days or so. And usually on the second day is when I will add some aquarium salt, roughly 1 tablespoon per 10 gallons of water. And on the 4 to 5 day range is when I start the API general cure dosing. It's like a 4-day total dosing thing. And then after that's finished, I'll do a 25% water change and I'll add a little bit more salt, roughly to about 2 tablespoons per 10 gallon, and let that go for about 2 weeks. I'll do water changes every so often, every like 4 to 5 days, but add salt so it stays around that level. And usually my quarantine fish are done at about the 2 to 4 week range, depending on how they're looking. And I am very sad to say, you guys, unfortunately the albino Nemo Oscar didn't make it. Again, I'm super sad about this. I actually stopped filming altogether just because I was so concentrated on trying to save him. Around the 3rd day or so, I noticed he wasn't swimming with the other Oscars. For the most part, he was kind of laying on the bottom of the tank. And if you're familiar with Oscars, sometimes when they're stressed out or even just moody, they tend to do that. So I wasn't super concerned, but I still kept an eye on him. But then after a day or two of him just laying on the bottom, I started getting concerned. And what I actually did was I separated the tank in half just in case I figured maybe it was getting bullied or something. And I kept the lights off. I honestly even turned off the lights in this little office here and just kept the room super dim and added another air stone to his area to try to add more oxygenation. And unfortunately, a few days later, he did pass. I'm really sad about that. I don't know what happened, you guys. I'm really honestly devastated. I'm assuming maybe he had an internal parasite or something. He started to degrade really fast. You guys saw in those clips, he ate great and he looked amazing, but he just crashed afterwards. So yeah, kind of a bummer. I did order 2 more just so that I don't have a pair of Oscars and they're always fighting. But hopefully you guys listen to this, and whenever you guys get new fish, quarantine. Thankfully, whatever happened to him wasn't contagious and the other Oscars are doing great. But the following clips, as you guys can see, are just the 2 Oscars, the orange chili red and the chili red with the black fins. Okay guys, so tomorrow's kind of a bittersweet day. I have the other 2 Oscars coming in. I didn't really intend to have another shipment of Oscars, but you know, kind of sad stuff happened. And you might be asking, 4 Oscars, that's a lot of fish. And it is, I agree with you. I initially only wanted to have 3 with the idea that 2 of them would eventually pair off and the 3rd oddball would be moved into one of my other tanks. But as you guys can see, the orange one is, his fins are frayed. And that's what tends to happen when you have only 2 cichlids of the same species. They kind of pick on each other. So I ordered 2 more, and eventually they're all 4 going to be in the top tank, and I'm sure eventually they're going to pair off or not. We'll see. And the oddball ones are going to be moved into different tanks. But yeah, you guys, so let me go ahead and move these to the top tank, and the next B-roll is going to be tomorrow, more than likely. I'm going to move them and probably just shut off the lights for tonight. Now, this is one of the main reasons why I love Oscars. As far as the move from quarantine to main tank, it looks like they could care less. They're eating normal, acting normal, almost as if they've always been in this tank. Now, I didn't want to film a 3rd unboxing in a row, so here are the 2 new Oscars in these next 2 clips, already in the quarantine tank, and after a few days, you can see they're starting to swim around now. They're both doing great, and these guys look like they're going to be awesome additions to the main tank. Alright guys, so it's been a few weeks since the last video. Here's the current status of the 180. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's a little cloudy. I had a green water algae outbreak where like the water gets all green. No big deal, it's slowly going away. I have like the UV sterilizer going during the day, and then the water changes has been slowly like diluting it. But if you guys are a little bit more diligent and notice without me saying anything, there's a few fish missing. I had both of the blood parrots rehomed. They went to somebody with a really big tank. They were just a little bit too boisterous for this tank. I kind of wanted a little bit more of a laid back where like the Oscars kind of just like are mellow and stuff. And if you guys look closely, the Oscars have their fins nipped, which really sucks. For whatever reason, the electric blue Acara just started going after them one day. I don't know why. I did not rehome the blue Acara. He's actually in one of my other fish tanks inside. probably for a month or two until these Oscars are big enough to not get picked on. But yeah, so that's the current status of this tank. It's currently about 3 a.m. So some of these fish are kind of like waiting for bedtime, you know. I haven't turned off the lights for the day. Usually I turn them on around midday. So it's been on for a long time today, which is probably why I get green water. But yeah, so here's the Oscars. Again, they're pretty much done with their quarantine. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just toss them upstairs today and then turn off the lights, and we'll update you guys in a day or two. But yeah, they're both doing amazing. As you guys can see, I did a few weeks of aquarium salt, and then I did about a week or so with API's General Cure, and they are looking amazing. You guys can even see there's algae starting to grow on the bottom glass from having the lights on so long, but you know, it's no big deal, it's just algae. So yeah, you guys, let me update you guys in a few weeks or so, or a few weeks in, probably in a few days, show you guys exactly how they're settling in. You know what's hard about making these videos? I try my best to not say the cliche like, hey guys, welcome, you know, like I don't want to be like that guy, but I do want to show you guys and like update these because they're doing awesome. I'm so excited to show you guys just these awesome Oscars. I've never seen these before. You know, I always see like really cool Oscars online. I'm just like, I've always wanted a pair, so really excited to show you guys their growth. Look at this Geo, man. That guy looks so cool. His top trailer's starting to come in, like the fin up there. And they're all doing really good. So yeah, I don't know how to end this clip. I guess stick along. I'll show you guys the next clip shortly. So it's been a few more days, and what's awesome is I added these fish and they had no issues with any of the other fish, and they've all been swimming together ever since. Now I need you guys' help. If you guys have made it this far in the video, I have 4 new Oscars and they each need a name. If you guys have any cool ideas, leave them down below. I'd love to hear them. And a little teaser for the next video is going to be, surprise, surprise, another unboxing. I have a order for some pink Jack Dempseys. That's right, pink. Some electric blue, and then some carrier Jack Dempseys. So if you guys want to see what those look like, subscribe, or I guess just check in a few weeks once I upload a video. It's gonna be the same process where I get them in, I quarantine them, and then hopefully add them to this tank. And then as soon as they get added to this tank, I will start setting up the bottom 125 and go from there. So thank you guys for watching. I look forward to uploading more update videos on these Oscars as they grow up. I'm super excited. Thanks.